Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It is week 22, and after the 23-mile run last week, it is time for a little bit of fun.
You're going in! 3, 2, 1, go!
So I'm actually sitting here at the end of week 22, so before I go any further, let's throw it back to the beginning of this week. It was Thanksgiving week. I started off going on a really fun overnight hike with a few of my friends, so let's take a look at some of the fun sights and things like that from the hiking from Amicalola Falls State Park to the Len Foote Hike Inn.
Coming up here as a volunteer for the last 26 years, and it's my favorite place in the world, but I hope that you all will have some.
Springer Mountain, Appalachian Trail. I know I said I wasn't going to narrate, I'm sorry. Appalachian Trail goes that way. This is the southern terminus. So that was super fun, and I totally cannot wait to do it again. And if you're ever in this area, it's really not that hard of a hike. It's 5 miles to the inn, and then we did, extra going up to Springer Mountain the next day and all that jazz. But that, that's totally personal choice. So the hike there to the inn and the hike back is really not a super hard hike, and it's such a cool spot. Very serene and just a really fun place to hang out. And beds were, you know, pretty comfortable. They're bunk beds, just with a little mattress on them. But I mean, aside from being like super stuffy from the run, I didn't sleep well because of that, but I felt comfortable. It was so much fun. And then of course you saw a little clip of my Thanksgiving dinner, which is fantastic. I had signed up for a turkey trot. Like I had mentioned last week, I was going to try to, you know, really push a little bit, make that, you know, a good push workout for the week, but I didn't think that going out and running in what I thought was going to be rain and cold. I think the rain ended up stopping before the race started, but I did not want to make this any worse than it is, because we are sitting here right now. In less than a week, I will be heading to Memphis. So, in fact, you know, next week's video will be my sub 5 marathon attempt. So, I'm trying to get this to go away. I don't feel bad. It's just a little congestion. So, anyway. So our chapter 4 this week, it'll be chapter 21 in the book, is called Partnering. And it's honestly a pretty simple idea that he wanted to share. Was the basic overall idea was just to listen to your body. And a lot of times, you know, especially if you're running a race, you want to use your mental game and really push through and push your body. But there is a certain point, and this is what he was saying, is there really is a certain point where you have to understand your body can only go so far, and you could end up causing yourself more harm, and it's going to affect you later if you're wanting to continue to race. And basically what he said was, in comparison to his wife Sarah, who was still competitively racing, and actually I just saw a post, I forget what the name of the race that she just ran, but she set another Masters marathon record, and I forget what the age that Masters start, but I mean at the time that this book was written, I think she was 35 or around that, and she's in Masters category now and still setting PRs. Whereas Ryan, because he continually pushed himself farther than his body really wanted to go, he had to retire at the age of 33. So what he's saying is to really try to be in tune with your mind, with your spirit, with your body, and have them all working together instead of one trying to push another farther than it really needs to go. Because when everything is working together, what he's saying is that's when you really will meet those goals and make those strides. And I agree with that wholeheartedly. And you know, he's like, don't ever run through an injury if it's, you know, really bad sharp pain is his rule of thumb. So, and you know, the way he relates that back to, you know, his relationship with God is, you know, having that same kind of synchronicity with your relationship with God can help you navigate life. And you know, the classic verse that he shares here at the end is, your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path, from Psalm 119. And the way to have that, you know, synchronicity is to spend time in his word and spend time with him, so that you're understanding what he wants from you. And, you know, he hears you when you pray, and you work together and, you know, navigate life together. It's, you know, I could say from experience, way easier when you have that quiet time and stuff. And I don't ever do that perfectly, don't get me wrong. So, but very, you know, short and sweet and to the point. You know, it was called Partnering. Just learn your body, learn your mind, have everything work together instead of trying to work against, and makes achieving goals a little bit easier. So I hope everyone had a fantastic Thanksgiving. If you ran a turkey trot, leave me a comment. How'd it go? My dad did end up doing the turkey trot and actually got me a little turkey hat, which was exciting. I'll get to wear that next November for Thanksgiving. So yeah, next week, the next time you see me, I will be heading to Memphis. And like I mentioned, I'm gonna do the simulation the way it's written to the best of my ability. Just because, you know, if I don't make the sub 5 time goal, I'm really okay with that at this point. I want to know that I can finish all 3 of these and be so comfortable going into Dopey, because I want to have a good time. You know, you want to have a good time when you go to these Disney races. You don't want to have to be worrying about, man, you know, I got 13 miles and then I got 26 miles and then I've already done a 5 and a 10. You know, oh my goodness, this is a lot. I want to have that all checked off in my mind. We're good to go. We can do several days of, you know, longer distances. We can do it. So, but I'm excited, and the weather kind of keeps doing this thing up and down, but it seems to be kind of averaging upper 30s, low 40s. The problem for me is how quickly the temperature will rise when the sun comes up. So knowing what outfit to start in as opposed to knowing how hot I'm gonna get, because I'm gonna be out there for a while. So I'm definitely gonna have to lean on my run buddy. I'm gonna bring all the options because we are driving, so I can bring as much as I want, and be like sending her pictures and texting her like, is this what I should wear in the morning? And I'm gonna go and buy the throwaway blanket. St. Jude is just like, I think a lot of races, but including Disney, where they'll take throwaway jackets, blankets, gloves, and they wash them and donate them, which is fantastic. So anyways, be sure to give this video a like, leave me a comment. Like I said, you do a turkey trot. How was your Thanksgiving? What was your favorite thing that you ate? I love my grandmother's dressing so much. I always take lots of leftovers of that because I love to eat it. And be sure to subscribe. I'm going to try to show as much as I can of Memphis, Expo, race, all the things, while still trying to give it my best and make this time goal. Always remember that you are God's masterpiece, and I will see you next week in Memphis.